It's the RIOT podcast. Nikki's back again.
No, I don't know what I'm going to say with that. It's not like I'm gone. I was just gone for a couple of days, but makes people worried.
But you're back again.
But now it's just normal, so I'm just here, so we don't have to bring it up.
So Nikki's here?
It's just here all the time now.
So it's just the RIOT with Obadiah and Nikki?
Correct.
Or Nikki and Obadiah?
Whatever, but it's just the normal RIOT.
Okay.
So if you say if she's here, that I make it feel like then we're doing something like glad she made it in.
Finally.
Finally came back, that sort of thing. I think that's wrong.
Feels a little too honest.
You're pretty much.
Okay. Here's what I got on the list. We talk about biscuit steamers this morning. It's pretty serious.
We're learning about that.
Mm-hmm.
And now that we're at the end of the show, we could still be taking that biscuit.
Hey, I'm starving. Shotguns and commies.
I like that one a lot.
Sea-doos. Anxiety cages. Horses and cows. We're going down to the horse and cow.
That's a new farm to table.
Yeah.
Right? That's what I should have said.
But it's not, you know what, Nikki? It's farm but no table.
Farm to farm.
Farm to farm.
Farm to floor.
Pizza Hut, and there's some other stuff in there.
It's a good show. We hope you enjoy it.
Yeah, if you feel like you need some more, remember RIOT.RadioU.com. There's a brand new Obadiah Plays there. Forza Horizon 4 Lego Speed Champions. It's a lot of words.
But it's fun.
Do you know how many times I had to type that yesterday?
Oh, did you?
So many times.
Yeah.
And I know it's like first world problems, but after a while you're like,
it's
this
still
is
a
dumb.
problem. It's still something.
Yeah, it's a thing.
So if you want to watch Obadiah Plays, RIOT.RadioU.com. It's posted there in the posting. But then, of course, follow us at Radio U RIOT on Facebook and on YouTube. And both locations will get you Obadiah Plays, our artist interviews, our food fights that you can watch.
And fun.
Lots of.
Just throwing that in there.
Yes, that's a possibility. You might have fun watching one of those videos.
You might. So, hey, enjoy your day and bye.
Bye.
If it's louder than it has to be and way worse than it has any right to be, it must be the worst of the RIOT on Radio U.
I'm getting nervous about Nikki sometimes. I'm not sure if it's... Well, okay, I got a lot of different thoughts on this. I stopped at McDonald's this morning and got a chicken biscuit.
Good choice.
I really was just supposed to get some soda, and I was like, you know what, whatever, just give me the biscuit.
Now, we want the full details slowly. So did you get the spicy chicken biscuit or just the chicken?
Whatever they had.
Okay.
It seems like it's probably the spicy one.
The fluffy, wonderful biscuit.
The biscuit tastes just like it is the driest thing. You just can't even fathom how dry it is.
Is that the biscuit's fault or is that McDonald's fault?
I don't know. And so I just go ahead and eat the chicken and I'm throwing away the biscuit. And Nikki's like, whoa, wait, what are you doing?
Don't throw it away like that. It's got a life, you know.
So Nikki has off air come up with all these ways that we could bring the biscuit back to life. The most creative of which was to put a wet paper towel with it.
You never tried that before? You use that when you're like warming up a tortilla or something?
Oh, see, I'll
you
tell
thought
you
that was just what I came up with?
I'll tell you what it sounds like.
It's a real idea.
Even if it's just yours, it's still a real idea. I'm just a little nervous about it.
No, it's not like I'm so desperate for the biscuit that I'm coming through my mind all these things in the kitchen and the break room that could do it.
Don't throw it away.
No, you take a wet paper towel and that helps keep the moisture with it, but still warms up the item. So we could put it in the microwave, like kind of maybe build a little dome, sort of steam it.
Sure, steamer.
Fluff it back up. It'd be great.
Biscuit steamer.
Oh, I don't have my air fryer here, but I'm close by. We could bring it back in.
Does anybody else feel like a biscuit steamer that's a euphemism for sure?
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's a lifesaver.
No,
is what
it's
it
a
is.
euphemism like, how are you doing this morning? Well, after my biscuit steamer, I'm feeling a lot better.
Ooh, it's a bad one. It's a bad one. It's like, what's that? It's bad.
What is that? Like,
it's like, don't ask.
You don't want to know.
It's medical, though. It is, for sure.
It's definitely medical.
When we really just mean warming up the biscuit, give it a little love, a little TLC, and you could have had it instead of just throwing it away.
That's right. I'm throwing it away. Because, Nikki, I'll tell you what.
Wasteful.
I can't face a biscuit steamer this early in the morning.
Well, don't throw it away at least. Why don't you wait until... Because at the end of this show, you know what you're going to be saying and kicking yourself about?
Because I'm hungry?
Yeah, you'd be like, I wish I had a biscuit.
I'll just dig it out of the trash.
I guess you could. Maybe it'll be moister then.
It might.
It'll suck up the stuff from the trash.
Stuff and
whoa.
That's seriously, it tastes like white powder. Like I put it in my mouth and my mouth was like, I couldn't.
I also thought, well, maybe you could dip it in your soda. You love the soda taste? You love the biscuit taste? What's weird about that?
A lot of things.
No.
See, and you would say, like, well, it's only weird if you make it weird. Actually, I would like to make a case for intrinsic weirdness. That it's not me making it weird. It actually is weird, and I'm just recognizing that it's weird.
You're just pointing it out.
Yeah. That's... I
just think there's a lot of people in this world who would really like a biscuit, and here you are,
here we go.
With your privilege, throwing it away because you've got biscuits here. You're not caring.
The sound of your biscuit privilege this morning is killing me.
I can't even be in the room with you. You're just all that is disgusting.
Well, I'll tell you what, you're about to see my coffee privilege.
What are you going to do, too? Throw it away?
No, I'm going to go make some.
Okay.
And don't tell anybody, but I might take a biscuit steamer.
What if that's the best way to make coffee, too? See, you're closing off these possible ways to reinvent and recharge your breakfast.
Biscuit steamer. Take it with you.
The only morning show brave enough to say that Chicken McNuggets are part of a balanced breakfast. The Riot on Radio U.
Just a heads up, if you're not ready, you haven't been getting focused, we are 1 week away from the 4th of July.
All the fireworks, when people set them off all night.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Long, and you're just wanting your poor dog to just finally stop shaking and go to sleep.
You need to get him one of those things.
One of the what?
You seen those little tents you can put him in that's supposed to be like soundproof?
Well, I think the dog actually thinks it's the house. The house should make him safe. But my dog
get him another. There's a house in the house.
He needs the house for that.
Yeah.
My dog has one of those wraparound sort of jackets and stuff that they can wear too.
Flak jacket?
Yeah, he's not too bothered by fireworks. I know some dogs can really have a problem with it, but I'm also just mostly annoyed too when it's night after night. So that'll be next week.
All right.
Get ready for it.
I got one right here. This is not what I was planning on doing right now, but
other people have dogs that have problems with this too.
Okay. Right there. It's called a high anxiety crate.
A crate for it? Whoa, that looks terrible. That looks terrible. It looks like a horrible cage. And it's not like, do you not believe in caging your animals? No, it's just, it has no opening on any sides. It's just got little air holes. It looks like a safe, kind of.
Yeah, well, it's a safe crate.
And did you see the price? That's what causes the anxiety.
$1,049.
So we're not doing that. But you can buy it with Amazon Pay, but we're not doing that.
I see that they actually offer a payment plan.
Well, you're going to need to have that.
$70 a month, and it's paid off in a year, and your dog gets, here you go. This is perfect. On Amazon, $50. It's a portable sound recording vocal booth, but you just shove your dog in it.
And it helps with the anxiety?
Well, no, it will help with the sound. So they stick their head in there, and they can't hear all the
noise going on outside?
Okay, explain to me why it is that these are ways to help your dog, because here you can either carpet the world or wear shoes, and you're not going to get everybody to not
set off the
fireworks.
Sure.
So we're trying to find a way to make your dog a little happier, but you act like we're punishing him every time we try to help him.
No, but that cage looks terrible, but it might work.
Your dog's not going to be like, oh, I know how this movie ends.
I'm going in the box, aren't I? Don't put me in there.
Yeah, it's not a Georgia prison where he's going to be out in the sweat box in the heat.
Well, it looks like it. It looks, it's intimidating, it's aggressive, but it needs to be, if they want to feel secure enough, it's not supposed to be a very open cage.
No, it's for their anxiety and the sounds, and so they're supposed to feel comforted.
But I can't with that price.
Haven't you ever gone in like a interior closet or something to shut the door, and you're just like, oh,
the quiet.
No, I'm safe.
I've done that.
You've never done that?
No, but you're the one who likes to sleep in the closet in the morning. So
man, it can be very, can be very
calming.
freeing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're just like, nobody can get me in here.
Well, it looks like there's some others that are like $600-700. So there's some there's some cheaper options
compared to $1,100. That's downright reasonable.
There's also some that are $1,600. So there's lots of places we can get this dog in there.
Man, I'm telling you right now, I'd love to have one of these at work.
Would you?
Could just go in the little anti-anxiety room.
We'll get you the box.
Like. And everybody else is like, it looks like punishment. I'm like, it's the best in there.
Okay, well.
The Wi-Fi is fine.
It comes through the box. I get a little water bowl. It's great.
It's no big deal.
Every
Don't worry about it.
so often, people throw in snacks to me, and when the fireworks are done, I get to come out.
Perfect. I think there's something here.
I also just get annoyed during the fireworks time when it's, 1 or 2 in the morning. They're still setting them off, and we're past the holiday.
Yeah, okay. Now so that's fair. To me,
that's when it gets, and so don't stick me in the box when that happens.
It's probably just my Christmas training, but to me, 4th of July is over like in the afternoon on the 4th. Okay?
Once the cookouts are done?
Just like Christmas. It's
you can set off the fireworks usually the night before, ushering into the 4th of July.
Right. July 2nd, July 3rd, knock yourself out. But July 4th, it's like, all right. Come on.
But what'll be hard is it's not going to happen this year because July 4th is on a Thursday.
I know.
You're going to get fireworks.
Everybody else is off on Friday.
That weekend,
yep,
and they're going to be like, let's have a party with the neighbors. And it goes right on into Sunday.
Woo!
And then you have to send the customary tweet about hating all of it. And can we stop with it? And that's the season.
You know what? Why don't you just go ahead and schedule it now so you don't have to worry about it then?
Which is a great idea. Help me find the perfect one.
One day, a heroic time traveler will go back in time to make sure none of this ever happens. Until then, it's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
Listen, anxiety, it's a thing, right? People suffer from it. People need help with it, which is why I feel like this is very important for us to take a look at, Nikki. And thanks to Kyle for bringing it to my attention because I didn't know about it.
What'd he send?
Well, he sent me a little something about the horse and cow experience.
What's that mean?
Well,
let's learn about it.
I'm glad you asked, Nikki, because I have the details on the horse and cow experience right here. It's at Mountain Horse Farm. And it's available May 1st through October 31st.
Aww.
You have to make sure you wear shoes with closed toes. Okay. Sorry, Nikki.
Yeah,
no flip-flops or slippers.
You know what? I do have some tennis shoes that'll work, but
Yeah.
I don't like wearing them, so I'll change into them when I get there.
So here's what we've got. You pay for a cow cuddling session.
Really?
And so you spend time with cows and miniature horses. You can brush them. You can pet them. You can play with them.
You just snuggle with them.
You can even, if the cows are lying down, you can snuggle up with them. And doing a little reading here, it turns out that cows have lower blood pressure or like a lower pulse rate, but they also have a higher body temperature.
Well,
and
they're carrying all the meat. So that's why.
Could be.
I mean, do you know how hard it is?
They're preheating the oven.
It's just awful.
But they say that those
now
are...
how can you cuddle with one of them?
Easily.
Like you're squeezing it.
You know what you're doing? Like you go from cuddling with them and you head right into to get a steak and you're just like, you know what? The cow has comforted every part of me.
Oh, I don't think you could.
So the idea here is that they say cuddling with them is an incredibly relaxing experience.
So if you want 60 minutes of a cuddle session with the horse and the cow experience, or mostly just the cow cuddling, that is for up to 2 people. We could do this. We could split it. It's $75. And then if it's up to 4 people, which sounds like a party, $125. Like a birthday party.
They also say that you can have a counseling session along with the horses. Now, this is interesting. They are part of the Equine Assisted Growth and Learning Association. Yeah. And in the EGALA, I'm just going to read this to you straight from the website. In the EGALA model, the licensed counselor and equine specialist facilitate the process by creating a safe space for you to heal, grow, and learn. Sessions are experiential, meaning that the focus is on doing rather than talking. This relieves the pressure to verbalize and explain feelings, yet you are still able to process your experience at a deeper level.
I mean, it makes sense. Like if I was seeing a therapist or something, and they're like, "Here, you can talk to the therapist," and
while you comb the hair of this horse,
you could have a hard time maybe starting off or connecting, or you could go there and there's like puppies or a little miniature pony or something that you could focus on and kind of break the ice with it, and then you're more comfortable.
Well, I have a friend of mine who is a therapist, and it's not like she's a licensed therapist, but it's kind of I don't know to what extent it's experimental or whatever, but she does Lego therapy with kids.
Yeah, I like
where it's kind of that idea where they come in and they play with Legos while they talk.
You know what we could have?
What?
We could have the cow cuddling and the horse thing like during the show. Don't you think the show would be better?
We could do the show while cuddling a cow.
I'd feel better if it was just like here and you could just be petting the cow, or I don't know, your allergies probably we can't, but it'd be so nice.
Okay, what if we just got you a steak
and then
for the show?
In theory, it technically does work, but it's very sad. It's very sad. You know, I don't want to eat steak. I don't want to eat meat.
But you do, Nikki.
Oh, Aaron said a counseling session, like a COW with counseling. Very clever there.
Hey, Aaron, I'll give you a fist bump for that. And I don't normally fist bump people.
But you'll do that through the radio.
I'll give it for you for that.
Well, that's nice. At first I thought, it's kind of not exactly silly, but if that's your thing. But after reading about it, the the horse and cow experience, which sounds like a very modern restaurant, if you wanted to name your place that. The It place, doesn't it? The Horse and Cow.
It's the It place in town, the Horse and Cow.
Now, not here because we don't eat horse, but if it was some other
French countryside,
where they do.
Where are you
unfortunate.
going? I'm going down to the Horse and Cow for a pint.
Like the pub, yeah.
Things are never as bad as they seem, except when it comes to the riot. Then they're worse. They're always worse. It's the Riot on Radio U.
I wouldn't have really considered myself to be an Arby's fan, but they're doing the Lord's work. They are. So they say, if we can make meat from plants, why can't we make plants from meat?
Now, when I first saw this article, which a couple of listeners sent us yesterday, which, by the way, anytime you want to, you just send it through Radio U Riot on Facebook, or if you text us at 877-2-RADIO-U. But when I first saw it, it looked just like a joke. I couldn't tell if it was real, but it is not for sale.
It's not for sale, but it's real.
But it is real. But again, it is not at any Arby's locations, nor is it coming anytime soon.
Arby's says they have created what they call the merit. And the merit is, it's shaped like a carrot. It's a turkey breast that's cut into the shape of a carrot, rolled in carrot marinade, and topped with parsley.
So it is a meat carrot. It looks kind of like a hot dog, just a very misshapen hot dog.
Oh, it's good. It's really good. And you know what it kind of reminds me of? Mitchell and Webb.
Yeah, totally.
When he's like, it's really funny. There's this one sketch that Nikki and I love where these people are vegans and they go over to a friend's house. And so they have to go to great lengths to meet their vegan lifestyle. And so when the omnivores go to the vegan's house, they're like, hey, I went to all that effort to cook the way you wanted me to cook. You need to make meat for me. And of course, it's not supposed to work that way.
They don't have that. It's a beautiful sketch.
It's so good.
You can get real deep with it.
It's so good.
But it does have that same style.
But this is what Arby's feels like. They're just like, hey, guys, look, we got a meat carrot.
He enlisted a culinary innovation brand executive chief for Arby's to make the carrot meat a reality. Apparently they said that they called and said it's time for us to change the paradigm of turning vegetables into meat. And they kicked around some ideas, and that was it. It was the first ever meat carrot. But again, the merit is not for sale at Arby's. It's just something that they did just for fun. And there's a video of it, so you can watch them make it.
Hilarious. Yeah, help yourself. Get yourself a merit if you really want to. So
actually makes me want one of those perfect carrots, which normally we get like the baby carrots, so they're not as impressive, but that looks very impressive.
Yeah, I typically just eat baby carrots.
Looks good.
Though every once in a while, you get a regular carrot, throw it in the food processor, just go crazy.
Well, this one looks like a fancy carrot.
Oh, it does.
Again, it's basically turkey cut in the shape of a carrot, rolled in a carrot marinade and a brulee with maple syrup powder.
Oh, hello.
Does that sound good to you?
Well, hello.
That's the merit from Arby's.
Obadiah and Nikki tried their hardest, and that's what really matters. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Hey, The Lion King has set a new record for pre-sale tickets for Disney. They say that they're on the verge of another $1 billion movie.
But that is the qualifier. It's pre-sales for a Disney movie. Mm-hmm. But that's usually, that includes for Marvel stuff, right? So it must beat those.
I mean, I think so, right? Isn't that what it means? So, I don't know. You know what? Here's my problem, and don't hate me for this. I've never liked The Lion King, ever. I don't like the music. I didn't like the movie. I did not like The Lion King.
Confrontational words for some people who are listening.
I understand that admitting to that is basically I hate America. I've got, flag toilet paper, whatever, because...
Some people love it, but I don't know if that's a true statement here where it's been the best, because it says that Fandango is reporting that based on the first 24 hours of pre-release ticket sales, the film is outpacing any other Disney reboot of its animated classics.
So it's doing better than Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin.
Pretty much.
Okay.
But does that mean, is it the most pre of any Disney movie? I don't know. I think it's just Disney reboots.
Oh, okay. So it's not
you
any
get what
Disney
I mean?
movie.
Yeah.
Okay. I do see what you're saying right there.
They're saying some different things.
Yeah. Well, the important thing is to give, it's called misinformation. They give you enough information and confuse you enough that you don't actually know.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I think it is just based on other of the adaptations that they've had.
Okay. Well, blah, 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 whatever.
No good, though? You don't want to see it?
You know what? I don't.
July 19th is when that comes out.
I'm just not interested in it.
I haven't seen any of the trailers. I've been so disinterested that I haven't even watched any of that.
I mean, I ended up going to see Aladdin, which I had terrible things to say about, ended up liking it. So maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Maybe you'll just wait and find out.
The other thing that kills me about it is they keep saying that it's the live-action Lion King.
It's
and
not.
It's not. It's just a CGI looks live Lion King.
But I forgot, it's the Jon Favreau guy, right?
Oh, yeah.
The Jungle Book that he did was amazing.
So everyone says. So I never even saw it.
If he did exactly what he did with Jungle Book and put it over to the Lion King, it should be great looking.
I already know that people are going to go on and on about how good it is because they did that about the animated one and still do. And I didn't like it.
All right, we'll find out what everybody thinks when it actually releases.
It's not for me. Now, there's a new Spider-Man next week.
And
I'm up
that's
for that.
for you. You're all into that.
You know what? The really important thing is that by going to see Spider-Man, Disney's still getting some of my money.
They don't care as long as you see something.
And that's what's important right there. So you know what? And of course, there's just my monthly Disney payment. So I'm still supporting. Don't worry.
Just in your own way.
Yeah.
Uncomfortable silences during that morning carpool? Not a problem. These two never shut up. It's the Riot on Radio U.
Hey, everybody, don't forget that we are now 1 week away from the 4th of July.
Do we have to count down every day? We don't normally.
Well, Nikki, I don't know if you heard about it, but I'm getting a truck next week.
You are?
Yeah.
Because of all the sales? Or
well, I'm
what?
headed down, 4th of July, I'm going to be heading down to Bama. Because there's a Ford dealership down there that gets
Is that when you're supposed to say Roll Tide?
Roll Tide!
Is that it?
Go Bama! Roll Tide! Now, the reason I know that is, anybody else watch Crimson Tide? It's such a good movie. 1995.
No, I think they know it from football.
Gene Hackman, Denzel Washington. It's got
all the old stuff.
Oh, Nikki, Crimson Tide's so good.
Is it? Is it like the one book series, or is it a part of the Hunt for Red October thing? Or
no, but it's submarines.
I didn't know if it was that one author.
Oh, Tom Clancy? No, but it's what's Clancy.
Does it?
Yeah, it does. In fact, if you take a look in the mid-'90s, Bruckheimer and
Jerry Bruckheimer
and Don Simpson, producers, they had a real run of films. They put out a movie every summer, and so they started with Crimson Tide, which led to The Rock, which led to Con Air, which led to, Armageddon's in that mix somewhere. So, I mean, that was
those times.
They just had a real run, and Crimson Tide kicked that off. A lot of people don't know that.
Okay.
So
back to the truck in Alabama.
Bama! Come on! Nikki, there's a car dealership, Chatham Ford in Alabama, that if you buy a truck on the 4th of July, it might be it's if you buy any vehicle. My bad. You will receive an American flag.
Nice.
A Bible.
Oh, right.
And a shotgun.
Hey, you get everything. That is that's the package. Like some people want the sports package.
Yeah.
Or the extra with the audio and the speakers and stuff. That's a different package.
Take a look at that right
How
there.
they do the shotgun thing?
Well, you have to be 18 and you do have to pass some kind of a check associated with owning a firearm
I'm sure it's the
in
same
your state of residency.
Might be the same check that you get to pass to get the vehicle.
Yes.
It's a credit check.
No big deal. Let me tell you what, guys. That's America right there. Okay, you feel it, don't you? When you're just like, man, I'm going to get me a truck, I'm going to get me a Bible, and I'm going to get me a gun to shoot somebody that don't salute this flag.
It's for everybody else, it's their greatest fear. It's all that package rolled into one.
And you know what's funny is like you can just feel people, like a certain part of America, turning their nose up at this car dealership. And you know what? I'm going to jam this 12 gauge up your nose.
Really?
Which is what they're afraid of.
Not really.
Yeah, no, not really. But I love it when people go all in. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they're dedicated. They're going for an audience.
Ford. Carl says Ford has intervened and shut down this promotion.
Oh, well, now we weren't interested until they said you can't do it.
So that means that we can't get in on it? You know what? I'll tell you what that is right there. That is some un-American stuff right there. Ford's supposed to be about America.
Not here. They're bowing to the pressure.
Man, daggone it. They shut it down? I'll tell you who's going to shut something down. I'm getting a Chevy.
Is that it?
I'm getting a Chevy.
Well, now it's not the dealership's fault. You still support them.
Dang commies.
That was Zach Jackson. Thank you, Zach, for adding that to Obi.
The commies don't want you to have
the Bible, the shotgun,
or the flag,
or the truck. You can't have any of it.
Man, I see what's going on.
It's a warning sign right there.
And after Ford took that government bailout money, they don't want.
Well, what do you think Ford had the most problems with out of all of those that you could have gotten?
Obviously, the Bible.
Is that it? That's what we're getting. Was it the American flag, the Bible, or the shotgun?
It was the Bible. They don't care about a shotgun. You get a free gun rack with every purchase.
They know their audience. They should be careful.
It's awesome.
Is it? It's almost better now, right?
What?
Because they're not doing the promotion. You got even more.
Now that they shut it down, I'm going to buy a Chevy, and then I'm going to go buy a gun, a flag, and a Bible. Joke's on you. I got a flag, a gun, and a Bible.
You got all those.
I just don't have a Chevy. I bought a Honda.
Yay.
But Honda was manufactured in the state of Ohio.
There wasn't even a promotion going on with that. You just bought the car.
No. I do have a shotgun, though, and a Bible, and a flag. Hallelujah. And God bless America.
Are we done yet with the 4th of July? Are we past this?
No, we got another week, baby. Come on.
Crazy. One more week of this.
The Riot has now been downloaded. I hope you installed some antivirus. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
So we want to say hi to, where was it, Paul? Paul says, Nikki and Obadiah, I'm starting to understand when you get little sleep, one day bleeds into the other. There's never a day. My life has turned into a uniday.
I don't know how you guys do it. Well, you just, you keep going. You're just always very tired.
You keep going and you cry sometimes.
Well, you don't let people see you cry, though.
No,
you save that for when you're finally home, but not sleeping.
That's what you go in the bathroom, and then you're like, my allergies are bad. My eyes are so red.
That's why we always say our allergies are bothering us.
Good Lord.
Now remember,
the
Paul,
hay
also,
fever, right?
You won't know what you're doing during the day when you're desperately trying to get to sleep. But then the amazing thing is when you're finally ready to go to sleep, your body's like, nuh-uh, we're not going to do that. That is the bonus part of an early morning lifestyle that we lead.
Come on. Nikki ain't lying, guys.
So enjoy it. You're going to have a great time. You're just going to always have this slightly glazed look, and people always wonder or comment, boy, you look tired.
Glazed.
Like a donut, yeah.
That sounds good. All right,
thanks for texting.
Do you want to get into it now, or do you want to play red and then do it?
Get into what?
Oh, you already forgot?
It's been a while. What did we talk about we were going to talk about?
You know, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
No,
we'll just talk about we'll just talk about something else.
No, what if it was amazing?
It's fine.
What
it's
was
fine.
it?
Don't worry about it. We'll just talk about something else.
I can't remember. Did you really say something?
Yeah, I did.
Guys, did you hear him when he was saying, coming up, we're going to talk about, what did he say?
It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Sorry. Unless you didn't have anything and you're tricking me. You're making it on me, aren't you? That also could be.
No, that's not.
Because you're not telling me, and I don't know. That could be it.
No, I got this thing I've been thinking about. I want us to. Remember when I said I needed a friend? Yeah, and Nikki was like.
That's the time I forget something. You wanted to throw something by us, and you wanted our opinions on it.
Hey, Nikki, I need a friend, blah, 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 whatever.
And I'm the one thinking you lied the whole time and didn't say anything. You're right. I will take responsibility for that one.
It's a snapshot of our relationship. It's fine.
I can't wait to hear about what is troubling you so we can all work together on it. Or maybe it's a good thing. We'll find out coming up when we don't forget what we're saying.
That's right.
You're listening to The Riot. Let's all work together today to live life with the patience of a Nikki dealing with an Obadiah.
Gotta hang in there and get through it.
You're listening to The Riot.
Now, you guys have heard me talking about video games for the last however long. 400 years?
It's like since the start of The Riot.
Yeah. So, Nikki, here's what I have come to the conclusion of.
Yeah.
That I really like going fast, and video games are a fairly safe place for that. I think what I would like to do is, and the other thing is, by the way, I have a real complex about not being a real man, because real men shoot guns and ride motorcycles and want to do things, and I'm just like, yeah, when can I go home? I'm good.
To do that in a video game setting, you mean?
Or something along the lines of like, why don't we go get some Wendy's and like watch a movie?
Sounds good. That sounds nice.
Not manly.
Sure.
Very much not manly.
No, it's manly. It's just not outdoorsy.
It's like fat sitcom guy manly. Not like I'm a real man.
No,
like chewing tobacco and whatever, right? So, all that being said, I think I want one of two things and I can't decide. Oh, and also I can't afford any of this. But
we're just playing the game of thinking we can.
I either want a Sea-Doo, like
a jet ski?
Yes. Wouldn't that be so much fun?
But you'd be outside and in the water.
Doesn't that sound like a ton of fun?
It does.
It sounds like so much fun.
I saw someone selling some the other day on the side of the road.
Yeah, I'm sure they're in great shape.
They looked older than all of us combined.
Mm-hmm. You take our age and you add them up.
Yes, and that's it seemed like from the 1900s. If there were Sea-Doos, it would be that.
There were like you self-paddling Sea-Doos.
They came with a horse, I guess.
They go 5 to 8 miles per hour.
Yeah, to still get in the water.
It's fine, don't worry.
So they were old, but okay, so you want a Sea-Doo?
Or
like a jet ski.
What about a four-wheeler? Like an
ATV?
Oh, it sounds like so much fun. Whether we would do like an actual four-wheeler or one of those like cart four-wheelers. You know what I mean?
The golf cart looking ones?
Yes, but they're really
They always have them at Costco.
What do you think about that?
They're expensive though. They're like $10,000-$12,000.
Yes, more expensive than a car. Well, depending on the kind of car you're driving, but it's fine.
We're not talking about that
guys,
now.
I work for a nonprofit. Do you know what that means? There's no profit.
Maybe we can find you some old ATVs.
There's no money.
The name is not lying.
I know. It's right there in the name.
It's
right there in the name.
You're there for other reasons to talk about ATVs.
Doesn't that sound like so much fun?
It does. But do you want a water thing or do you want a land thing?
I don't know. Which one do you think I'd be better suited towards?
Probably let's start off with the land one.
Okay, all right. I'm a land guy.
And why don't you start off with like a scooter, like bottom, and then work your way up? You don't want to shell out $10,000 or $12,000 on something that you might not like.
First off, Vicki, we're not shelling out anything. We're getting a second job and getting a loan. So then all the time that I would have to, play on the ATV is gone now.
No, what you need to do is find someone else who has already made that mistake and has to sell it because they can't afford it anymore or their family's making them get rid of it.
No, I'm talking to you about this because I feel like what I'm experiencing right now is what led to Eric buying a motorcycle.
Where's our motorcycle at?
Well, I saw it on Craigslist for a while.
Actually, yeah, no, he made more money off of it than I thought he would when he had to sell it after he had surgery because he crashed it. For the ATV, as long as you stay safe, we don't want to have a problem.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be possible. Like, any undertaking is a little risky, but I think you could be safe-ish on something like that.
That's exactly what everybody says going into any of those things.
Yeah, I know. Well, when I was in Oregon, I rented. I can't even really afford to rent one. They're so expensive to rent.
That's because they have to pay it off. What are you thinking?
I rented an ATV and did the sand dunes for a couple of hours. Last time I was out there, had an absurd amount of fun.
Sure,
like so much fun.
All right, now.
Okay, all right, here it comes.
So this is just being a realistic person.
Why did I come to you?
All right.
Because we're friends.
You had a good time because why? There were two things. First is you were on vacation.
And I was able to display my incredible body on the beach.
All the time.
Okay, so it was three things.
Three things. So, yes, you were on vacation, your beach bod, and you were... I forgot the third one now that we started talking about the beach body.
When Nikki thinks about my body, she can't focus.
I can't go back to what was
it's
the
all right,
list.
Nikki. Lots of women have that problem.
It's like we just can't.
I think you were going to say that I didn't own it, so I didn't have...
Location.
Okay,
so when you're just having fun on the sand dunes, of course it's going to be fun. You don't have that near your house, so is it going to be as fun?
Maybe I could ride it under the speed limit on the streets in my neighborhood.
See? Are you going to have the same burst of energy as you did when you were on vacation?
Thank
you, John, by the way, for texting us a picture of your ATV. That one looks nice. That could be what you're looking for.
I already knew this was going to end with me going, hey, maybe I could buy that game, the ATV game that's on sale.
The virtual reality one. You bought the free diving one. Like, maybe you could drive your virtual reality ATV in different places around the world.
It's fine. I'm having a great time.
You
know
can
what, Nikki?
buy one. I just don't know if you're going to have fun.
You know what? I'm taking my time on my ride, so it's no big deal.
Good. Good lead-in. And then going back to the jet ski, same thing. Like, I don't see you as a lake jet ski guy or the creek.
Remember that time I rode the Sea-Doo in the Gulf of Mexico?
Where were you? On vacation.
On vacation.
With your beach body. And there you go. Don't know if it's right.
Man, it sucks.
Let's check Facebook Marketplace, though. Let's see who's selling.
Let's see who was sad like you and bought one and then
had to
regret it.
Turn it back in.
It's fine. No big deal, guys.
The Riot really wanted to do this live, but now they can play video games and eat rice cakes instead. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Carl, frequent texter, friend of the show. He says, get a cheap old Miata and go real-life racing. It won't be fast, but it will be fun and cheap.
Yeah, but wouldn't you have to be on a track or something? Like, you can't just drive that way.
Well, I mean, you can, but
that
eventually becomes expensive.
That'll catch up with you.
So what do you pay? What do you pay for a used Miata? Here's one for $2,000.
Yeah, but you got to add a lot to it. I'd be more worried about how much is it to add money to it.
Let's see.
Not money, but how much money does it take to add on to it to make it a drivable racing car?
Well, yeah, but Nikki, compared to the car that I normally drive, just about anything's going to feel like a racing car.
It could be anything.
So that
I like
wouldn't
Doug's text the best. Did you see his?
What did he have to say?
He says, hi, Obadiah. It sounds like you're a rugged indoorsman.
Yeah, come on.
Doug, that's perfectly the best way to explain who Obi is.
Yeah, I'm a rugged indoorsman.
So anytime anybody says anything about you in the future, that's what we're coming back.
And here's how you know I'm a rugged indoorsman. Like, sometimes I won't shave. Sometimes I'll eat pizza that got left out all night.
Look at that. That's rugged.
And then sometimes I'll get up early, won't even put on boots, but I can't go barefoot. I'll put my slides on, and then I'll just drive down to the store. Think about this, early in the morning, and get myself a big soda. So it's just like being, somebody that gets up in the morning and goes hunting for food. Mm-hmm. It's the same principle.
Same type of man.
It's just a little different because I am a rugged indoorsman.
Now, Billy said, what about a motorcycle? Because Obi was talking about he wants like a jet ski or an ATV. He wants to actually do something outdoorsy. More we talked about it, might not.
Hey, Eric was my cautionary tale.
Yes.
Eric actually teaches me a lot. One of the things I love about Eric is that...
Why don't you try to get him to buy one of the others first?
Eric has a bigger imagination than I do. So he just sees things that I don't even consider. And so sometimes he introduces things to my life. But watching him get a motorcycle and then have reconstructive surgery and the things that followed, I was like, oh, not that road.
That's why. And for some, you might have never crashed your motorcycle, but he was a cautionary tale.
He was.
A tale as old as time.
Song as old as rhyme.
That's right.
Man and motorcycle.
Yeah. So that's a no on that. The more wheels you have, the better I think your chances are of staying up.
So then we should get a tank.
That's what we're saying. I think now we've led to a whole nother road of possibilities.
All right, it's fine. I really think what this comes down to is, one, I'm bored, and two...
I think that's it. It's hot out and you're bored. It's the worst combination.
I'm bored.
You're inside, start to use your imagination. Stop doing it.
So what I need to do is go on vacation, have a terrible time, and then realize how great actual life is.
Right.
Are people really still listening to the Riot? You don't have work to do or laundry to fold or literally anything else to do? The Riot, Radio U.
Nikki and I have been talking about, that thing that I need to push past, to push through, whether it's an ATV, a Sea-Doo. Some people have suggested a Miata, but I actually think we've missed the whole thing.
Why? What else is there?
What I really need is a cookie. From space.
Oh, this guy?
A space cookie.
A space cookie? Because it sounds so delicious and amazing.
Oh, you know that it does. So, Doubletree by Hilton,
yawn.
Of course it's sponsored, is sending...
Are they one of those hotels that have, cookies in the lobby or something?
You know what? I'm making fun, but I stayed
You need the cookie?
I stayed at a Doubletree earlier this year, and you know what? I had a great experience.
It's fine. We just have to criticize to criticize. It's just what you have to do.
It was, in fact, and they did have cookies. And I ate some. Okay? It's real. It's real. So the Doubletree is sending the cookie dough, which is going to be baked in a space oven.
In space.
Made by a company called Zero G Kitchen.
So it'll be the first time ever that the International Space Station, someone there will be baking chocolate chip cookies.
Oh, and let me tell you what, those astronauts are so pumped about it.
Oh, yeah, I bet.
You know that they are pumped about it.
Are they trying to sell the space station? Because, whenever you're trying to sell something, they tell you to pop cookies in just so it smells nicer. You think they're doing that?
You walk in, it feels like home.
Yeah, like a pie is baking.
Smell of cookies. Oh, I don't know. I'll tell you this, they're trying to sell sponsorships on it.
I bet.
Doubletree, there's the photo right there. But again, like I said, it was nice.
So this is the first time that they have ever baked cookies in space.
Cookies in space.
Because normally, in space, it's rehydrated or reheated, but that's about it.
In space, no one can smell you bake.
Or hear you scream. Because you're so excited that there's cookies.
I scream.
That's still not going to get me up to space, but this is a big step forward.
A big step forward towards our eventual goal of
having
Nikki die
cookies
in space. Perfect.
Actually, you know what? It'd be so bad. You're like, I cannot get away from the temptation of sugar here on Earth. You go up to space to try to get rid of that.
There are no ovens in space.
And you're like, listen, I'll be fine. I'm just going to only eat rehydrated food. You're going to lose weight. It's going to be great. It's the perfect combination. And then they start baking stupid cookies in space. And then there you go again.
No!
You thought you were free from all of that.
No!
And then you kill each other because you just want to get the cookies.
That's right. You kill each other for the cookie.
Hey, do you know how I bet you it's super tense in space at that space station?
Oh, yeah.
Because you're tired of each other. You can't go anywhere. There's just cookies. I feel something. I feel like this could be a problem.
Everybody loves a good cookie.
Mm-hmm. So that's going to be something that they're doing soon.
Well, hey, I'll tell you what. In the meantime, you and I could get a Miata starting at about $5,000.
Why are you still looking at things for sale?
Well, I was just trying to see,
the price comparison.
Well, if we can't get the space cookie,
you got to go to space. We haven't trained enough, and I feel like it's too late.
Yeah, well, it's not.
We're not
it's never
changing.
too late.
It is.
It's never too late.
No, I think
I can still be president. My mom said so.
Yeah, probably before we could actually become an astronaut. They're not letting us up.
If you're looking for all the funny moments you missed during the riot, we apologize. You won't find them here. There weren't any. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
Dude, I don't know how old this is or what, but okay, Pizza Hut has just declared they've gone back to their old logo. Yeah. Apparently their logo from the 60s, they say.
That's what it is. I mean, we don't know, but we believe so.
Founded in 1958, Pizza Hut first introduced the classic, their words, not mine, red roof and black text logo in 1967. Mm-hmm. What I want them to do is to go back to this slogan, and I don't know if they are, and they're just using the logo, but the slogan in this graphic I'm looking at says, "No one out pizzas the Hut."
Oh, they should bring that. I don't know if they are. I know for sure that they were saying
need to do that.
They need to bring the whole package back. Yeah. Pizza Hut was talking about, their delivery and people having Pizza Hut pizza is down, and they wanted to show people that they're the original, like the number one, the best of all time. So they want to bring back, even though at this point, if it's from the 60s, like, what's the target there? If they're trying to bring back people's, like, memories of it or something?
I think, but they kept that logo for a really long time.
Is that it?
So even though it started in 67, I think that logo ran through, all the way till 1999.
See, what I felt like when I first saw this story and I first saw the logo, it felt like the Stranger Things stuff where Coke
that's part of it, sure.
It's a nostalgic look to certain advertising elements because, the Stranger Things new season is set at a certain time where, like, Coke came out with a new type of drink
back in 1985,
80s, and so they had a new packaging for the can, and so those are back because they're doing a partnership with Stranger Things. So it felt like that to me. They're going in that same style of retro.
I can totally see where you're coming from. I don't know if Pizza Hut is actually in on Stranger Things this time, but they're trying to ride the wave.
That's what I think. We're used to seeing this style of art now and advertising more because of some TV shows.
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know how old the slogan is. No one out pizzas the Hut.
But you want that back.
Because let me tell you a couple of things. First off, turning pizza into a verb is a great idea. That's a great idea.
Okay. That's first.
And then referring to Pizza Hut as the Hut, I don't know if they still do that. Also a great idea.
But would this get you to go back and never have Pizza Hut again?
Oh, I think Pizza Hut's terrible.
See, I don't think it's that bad, but I just don't go there anymore.
I think their pizza tastes like buttery sponge.
I do love a buttery sponge. I just love that.
But here's what I don't understand.
I love the crust.
How do you have a buttery sponge that tastes like...
All you have to have is just the buttery taste.
You get the butter, but like the actual crust itself is just like...
Sounds good. It sounds delicious.
No, it's wrong. It's wrong.
So even if they did all this, it's not enough to get them added into the rotation of pizza.
I mean, I'll tell you this. If you said to me, like, hey, I want to go to the Pizza Hut buffet, I would be like...
Hut.
If you want to go to the Hut, if you want to go get pizzaed at the Hut, I would be like, you know what? All right.
You're right. We haven't gone to the pizza. We have, it's not too close to us, but it's close enough where you can get there.
It's a little road trip.
Yeah, you can get there within the hour for lunch, but, you go to the Pizza Hut buffet. Mm-hmm. They're nice there.
Are they?
Yeah, they're nice.
Ish.
They refill your drinks fast. They're fine.
Ish.
We should do that. We should go there soon.
Well, for Chris's birthday, he has selected another location. But, Nikki, your birthday's coming up next February.
If we just remember in all these months.
Oh, man. So Izzy says they do use that slogan. Well, good. That's the one thing Pizza Hut's done right as far as I'm concerned.
Brought back an old slogan?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going there, but good for them. It's fine.
They're like in a meeting like, well, that didn't work. Kind of backfired. They want you to go there.
Well, at least I like their slogan. That's a start.
That's a baby step.
The whining, the loathing, the insightful commentary on postmodern historical doctrine. Okay, maybe not the last one. You're listening to The Riot on Radio U.
You know, I should be waving this around proudly because, look, I'm part of a group that's gaining mainstream acceptance. But what do I care? AMC's subscription program just hit 860,000 members.
Why are you still keeping that now? This is the summer months. You should have dumped it.
Well, I mean, I went to a movie last week.
And when's your next one scheduled?
Well, you know what? I was thinking about tomorrow afternoon. Or, we should look into Tuesday. That Spider-Man movie's out on Tuesday, right?
Okay, I guess. All right, fine. After Spider-Man, what else do you have then? Remember we looked through the summer? The rest of the summer looks surprisingly boring when it comes to movies. There's not a lot.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys. I just have the cheapest, crappiest phone. I loved it at first, but I feel like...
Is it aging too much?
I feel like out of some dark, abysmal plane, some hand has reached down and flipped a switch to make sure that it runs as slow as humanly possible.
You're trying to pull up the app? Why don't you just reformat it or whatever? Reinstall, everything.
Oh, yeah, that's the answer. That's going to do it.
Actually, normally that is the answer if it's running slow.
I mean, we've been looking at the AMC logo for 30 seconds now. Just waiting.
Our time is valuable.
Well, you know what it does? It does something about my phone. Now we're on a whole other thing. It's like it goes to sleep, but I tell it not to, but it does anyway. And then when I start accessing something, all of a sudden it's like, now we're getting all the text messages and all the thises and all the that's.
Because it's kind of like it's waking up and gathering all the data.
Yeah. It's a good little phone, though. Look at it still showing us the logo.
It's so bad.
I thought it was the app that was bad, and then I was sitting next to a friend of mine who opened it, and it was like, bing! I was like, oh.
But they have a different phone, a nicer one.
Yeah.
Aww.
But you know what, Nikki, it's fine.
Okay, well.
I'm fine. Because you know what? Phones aren't status symbols. It's fine.
So we've gone from AMC to talk about their movie thing to trying to open up the app so you can look because you might want to go see, the new Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I need to go ahead and reserve me a Spider-Man ticket.
And then that's now where we're at currently, talking about how your phone feels old and clunky already.
It does, but look at that, man. Like right now, they were hoping to get 500,000 members, and now they're up to 860,000, and I'm one of them.
Everybody
Nikki,
likes
look how popular and cool I am.
Everybody likes to get a deal. They like to be a part of something if they feel like they're getting it. Even though we've talked about, like, for our theaters in the area, you could go to the $5 days with your popcorn and stuff, and you could go to a couple of movies each month and still be cheaper than that.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Infinity.
Nuh-uh.
Uh-huh.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
Nuh-uh.
And you've even done the math before. Totally can.
I restarted the app. Now it's working.
So now it's not so bad.
I'm going to a movie.
Okay. Oh, come on.
What?
We can all go to a movie.
Yeah, but you can't use the AMC app on this slow phone.
Actually, that is your thing.
Can't do that.
Missing out. Why can't I do any of the fun, slow stuff?
Membership has its privileges.
Thanks for listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Oh, no! I missed it! Do it again!
You can hear us live every day on the RadioU network through the RadioU app or at riot.radiou.com.
After my biscuit steamer, I'm feeling a lot better.